starts now.
Welcome to Newswatch 12 Weekends. I'm Kyle Pazorski. An annual tradition of sampling various drinks came and made its return to Tomahawk today. Due to COVID canceling many events throughout the past 2 years, many individuals were excited to see the return of Taste of Tomahawk. Newswatch 12's Mohammed Abdul Kawi explains why.
After 2 long years, the Taste of Tomahawk is finally back. This event is full of fun and excitement, featuring things to do such as foods, drinks, and silent auctions.
So this is the first time it's come back after COVID, and boy has it come back.
Sherry Hewlett from the Tomahawk Regional Chamber of Commerce remarked about how there was a large amount of excitement for this year's event.
We have 400 tickets sold. It is a sold-out event, and I couldn't be more thrilled. We have a little bit of beer sampling, a little wine sampling, a lot of food sampling, desserts. Our vendors have been great.
Everyone seemed to agree it was worth the wait. And because Taste of Tomahawk hasn't been held for several years, it gave others an opportunity to experience something new.
It's my first time being here. Good time. Locals out here, come support your local wineries, breweries, everything. A little bit of snacks and stuff.
Hewlett says through her role as chamber director, it's nice to see people in the area support such an event, which helps bring visitors to the area.
I think it's for the region. It's for the people of Tomahawk. And believe it or not, we've got people driving up from southern Illinois, from southern Wisconsin. It's really become a very popular event for Tomahawk area and for the chamber.
And with the excitement and support shown this year, only one thing for sure. They can't wait for next year to do it all over again.
Everybody needed a little break from the winter, which the weather is fantastic today. We're playing with a new theme for next year as well that might be fun.
Reporting in Tomahawk, Mohammed Abdul Kawi, Newswatch 12.
Well, Conrad, you know, when I go home tonight after this show, should I get a fireplace ready or what?
Yes, indeed you should, and you folks should as well, because temperatures will be dropping tonight into the morning hours. Let me talk a little bit more about that in a little bit, but for now, some highs for today. Pretty mild out there earlier today, into the mid-40s out here in Rhinelander, 46, 48 in Merrill, even 51 in Wausau, even 51 also in Superior. So pretty mild temperatures out there today. Right now, it has cooled off just a little bit. Pretty much 30s all over the board, 35 out here in Rhinelander, 28 in Eagle River. So those below freezing temperatures are starting to creep in here. So whatever has melted earlier in the day will actually be refreezing throughout the overnight hours into tomorrow. Wind speeds not looking too bad, but most of the wind is actually coming out of the northwest, so that is bringing those colder temperatures out here and will continue to cool down into the overnight hours. And those wind chills will be pretty cold out there into the teens for the most part. 15 out here in Rhinelander, 16 out there a little bit north of us. So teens out there for the cold. Feels like temperatures, the temperature we actually feel on our skin. That is because a little bit of wind combined with those cold temperatures will be pretty cold out there. Radar not showing much, just a little bit of rain and snow that has moved on out of the Green Bay and Milwaukee area. And now it is in Michigan. But for tonight, temperatures will be dropping into the low 20s. So start up that fire pit because it will get cold. Kyle?
Thanks, Conrad. Now, just like Taste of Tomahawk, the Wausau Antique Show is another event today, which reopened for the first time since the beginning of COVID. Many collectors were excited for its return as well. Over 50 dealers from the Midwest presented quality, diverse items in this well-balanced show, which has been taking place since 1985. Many collectors at the show praised that diversity and what they found.
This show has got a wonderful, diverse population of dealers that have a wonderful array of antiques, collectibles, what have you.
Items such as board games, art, jewelry, and vintage toys were all included in the show, truly rounding out what it means to be an antique.
People are buying and people are selling, and that's the most important part of our business because really that's what it's about.
So if you missed out today, make sure don't worry actually. The Antique Show is being held tomorrow as well from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at D.C. Evers Senior High School inside the Green Heck Fieldhouse. Now up next after the break, we'll have some state and regional news, including a train which derailed in Pewaukee earlier today. That's coming up when we return.
Everything seems to be more expensive these days. Everything costs more. Ron Johnson should be helping families like us, but he seems to have helped himself instead. An investigation found that Ron Johnson pushed through a special tax loophole that benefited his own family's business. Then he cashed out of the company for $5 million. He's doubled his wealth since taking office. It doesn't seem fair to me. Tell Ron Johnson to stop passing tax laws that benefit himself.
Dylan, how's that sofa you can't return from that big internet site?
Honestly, not that great.
Well, Slumberland can help. It's our biggest finance sales event of the year. Just $20 a month will get you a gorgeous sectional, a 3-piece bedroom group, when you spend $1,200 and pay no interest for 5 years.
No way.
How about kicking back in this luxury leather power recliner for just $25 a month? And come to Slumberland Sleep Solutions, where we've reinvented mattress shopping.
ELM Repair in Edgar is a family-owned and operated full-service diesel repair shop. From pickups to semi-trucks to heavy equipment and RV service. If it runs on diesel, we can repair it. Want more power and better mileage? Our experienced professionals will get your truck running and at peak performance. With a state-of-the-art dyno and fully stocked parts department, we can even come out to you with our 24-hour mobile repair service. ELM is always looking for passionate and talented people to join our team. The Diesel Doctor. Have it done right the first time at ELM Repair.
Hi, I'm Karen from the Hearing House, where we practice honesty, integrity, compassion, and fantastic products to help our neighbors reach their full potential. It's a fact that better hearing leads to more confidence, better relationships, more fun in life. You'll get our 60-day money-back guarantee, as well as all the care needed to help you succeed in better hearing. Don't let another day slip by. Call us today.
Make your house a hearing house.
Welcome back, everyone. It's the weekend and spring is right around the corner, just another several hours before it's finally spring. So a lot more scenes like this. Yes, more melting of the snow has been going on and will be continuing, especially tomorrow with those mild temperatures. Today, the highs were pretty high into the mid-40s out here in Rhinelander, 46, 47 in Iron Mountain, even 50s closer to Green Bay. Closer to Stevens Point, also up there at our friends in Superior. So mild conditions out there, pretty much widespread melting of the snow. Right now, temperatures have cooled off just a little bit. 35 out here in Rhinelander, 36 in Green Bay, 33 in Antigo. So temperatures are starting to cool off just a little bit, and they will be dropping below freezing throughout the night into tomorrow morning, as our average high is finally around 40. Our average low is around 19, so we will get kind of close to our average low tonight. But look at that record high in 1989 coming in at 17 below. So thankfully we don't have those kind of cold temperatures out there, but you got to start up that fire pit for tonight, because temperatures will be in the low 20s, and that feels like temperature is what we feel on our skin will be actually in the low teens by the morning hours tomorrow, as their futurecast does show those chilly temperatures, even close to teens in Eagle River out there by the morning hours tomorrow. So really chilly temperatures out there. Our snowpack not looking too bad. Pretty much light snow out here lower than the Wausau area, but 6 inches out here in Rhinelander. So for all the snow lovers, if you want a lot of snow, take a ride up to the UP of Michigan. There's places out there with still around 2 feet of snow. Yes, 2 feet. So lots of snow out there. It will take a little bit of time before it starts to melt, but our winds right now, not looking too bad. 5 miles an hour sustained winds, and that is coming out of the northwest. So that is bringing those colder temperatures out here, and it will actually keep cooling off tonight into tomorrow morning. Radar not showing much, just a little bit of lingering showers and some snow showers in Michigan right now, and that was actually in Green Bay and the Milwaukee area. They had a little bit of rain and snow yesterday into today morning. Not much out there, but tonight, yes, back into the low 20s with partly cloudy skies, and the wind will be a little bit on the gusty side. That's why that feels like temperature will be pretty low out there by tomorrow morning. But tomorrow, yes, it's spring. Finally, spring has arrived with warm temperatures. back into the 50s, so 50 degrees by tomorrow. And our big 7-day outlook, brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress, shows warm temperatures for our first day of spring tomorrow, and then starts to drop back down by Tuesday and Wednesday with some more snow back into the forecast. Kyle?
Thank you, Conrad. Now, earlier today, multiple train cars derailed in Wisconsin. Officials say a Canadian Pacific cargo train was heading east through Pewaukee. As it was slowing down to stop, a boxcar derailed from the tracks, causing a tanker and 7 other boxcars to derail into a nearby pond. The tanker and cars were empty except for one boxcar, which was full of lumber. The Waukesha County Sheriff's Office says no injuries have been reported at this time. Additionally, there is no private property damage or environmental impacts. WMTV Madison reports a new version of the Omicron variant is making inroads into Wisconsin. According to Centers of Disease Control and Prevention, data shows the Omicron BA.2 subvariant made up 23.1% of new cases in the past week. Expert warned this new subvariant is more transmissible than the original Omicron, which sent cases to record levels across Wisconsin. Beyond specific variants, the overall case count in Wisconsin continues to be a downward slide, with 365 new confirmed cases reported on Friday. The 7-day rolling average slipped to 338 cases per day. And the Wisconsin Badgers will move on to the round of 32 in the NCAA Men's College Basketball Tournament. In last night's game, the number 3 seed took on Colgate at the Pfizer Forum in Milwaukee. Johnny Davis led the Badgers to a 9-0 run, giving them a 19-15 lead, followed by Colgate going on a run of their own of 11-4, resulting in the teams tying it up at 28 at the half. Davis continued to carry the Badgers through the second half, totaling 25 points in this game. Final score was Badgers 67, Colgate 60. Wisconsin will take on number 11 Iowa State on Sunday starting at 5:10 p.m. In other sports news, the NHL's Minnesota Wild took on the Chicago Blackhawks today. The first period was quiet until a Minnesota goal came from Frederick Gaudreau, making it a 1-0 game. Second period came and went with no scoring, but Minnesota would score 2 more in the third. Chicago tried fighting back but could only come up with 1 point in the third by a Seth Jones goal. That proved not to be enough. Final score, Minnesota Wild 3, Chicago Blackhawks 1. Well, coming up on Newswatch 12 weekends, we'll have some domestic news stories, including how SpaceX continues to send more and more satellites into orbit, bringing internet access to everyone. That story and more when we come back.
I come here to do homework because they have free Wi-Fi. They don't say anything as long as I buy something.
When there's a lot of noise, it's hard to focus, and I listen to music to try and drown it out. When the Wi-Fi cuts out, I can't finish my homework. That's why I started getting D's.
Millions of children rely on public Wi-Fi to study. U.S. Cellular is donating up to $13 million in hotspots to help youth in need, because every child deserves the same opportunity to learn.
Here's why it's smart to custom order your Ford SUV, because custom orders receive priority. You'll get an extra 1,000 order bonus plus incentive protection, guaranteeing you the best offer now or at delivery. And the features you choose. Want an EPA estimated 41 combined MPG in an Escape Hybrid? A 12-inch touchscreen in an Edge? You got it. In a Ford, built your way. Order your new Explorer SUV to lock in the special Flex Buy offer and get 1,000 custom order cash.
Working families need help with rising costs. That's why Governor Tony Evers brought Republicans and Democrats together to cut income taxes for the middle class. Now, if you make $50,000 a year, you'll see over $500 a year in tax cuts, more for married couples. Couldn't we all use a little help dealing with rising costs? Call Governor Tony Evers. Tell him you support his new law on middle-class tax relief.
Hello, Robbie Vina here for Woodland Creek Furniture. In addition to offering a large selection of made-in-America furniture, we also have hundreds of unique, one-of-a-kind pieces for your home or office. I travel the world searching for these original, rare, and individual pieces. It is my goal to help you make your home or office distinct, warm, and memorable. I invite you to walk through our showrooms. You will see unique furnishings, accent pieces, and decor unlike any other. Stop in today. Woodland Creek Furniture in Minocqua.
Welcome back. We turn now to some national news headlines. This Saturday morning, Flags at the U.S. Capitol were at half-staff to honor a representative, Don Young, who passed away Friday. You can see that the flags there at the Capitol building were lowered in honor of the Alaskan representative. Representative Young was first elected to the House in 1973 during the Nixon administration. He became the longest-serving Republican in history back in 2019. Young was elected for 25 consecutive terms before his death. Representative Young was 88 years old. The SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket lifted off from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station early this morning. The two-stage rocket lifted off at 12:42 a.m. Eastern Time. It carried 53 of SpaceX's Starlink internet satellites into low Earth orbit. Today's launch marked the 12th for this specific rocket, setting a new record for SpaceX rocket reusability. The first stage of the rocket also landed successfully on a vessel in the Atlantic Ocean after separating. All of these Starlink satellites were later deployed and successfully after an hour after takeoff. According to the company, these low Earth orbit constellation of satellites helps to bring broadband internet to people who are in remote areas. They say it's always good to save the best for last. So when a 97-year-old woman realized she's been to every state except Rhode Island, it was time to make sure one more trip, which she says was certainly one to remember. Sam Reed shows us why.
While the Ocean State is a popular place for people to visit, especially in the summer months, 97-year-old Helen Raines and her friend Jan Ross recently made it their mission to travel from their state of South Carolina to Rhode Island.
I needed Rhode Island. That was my last state I hadn't been in.
Jan recently learned her longtime friend had been to all 49 other states.
I said, Helen, you can't, pass on without getting that last one in, so let's try and do it. So for Christmas, that was her Christmas present.
And so time wouldn't fly by without her seeing the smallest state. The pair hopped aboard a plane and headed for Providence.
They had the wheelchairs for me at all the airports, and I was treated royally.
An overnight stay at the Renaissance Hotel was just what the doctor ordered.
We drank a little, and we ate, and we slept a little.
But when the ladies were treated to a tour at the Capitol, well, that was something so sentimental.
And that was the highlight. It was really unbelievable. I couldn't begin to describe it to anyone. And they were just very, very conciliatory, truly the most gracious group of employees I've ever run across. They were delightful.
Welcomed with a citation from Governor Dan McKee, these Southern belles learned a lot about Southern New England.
Don't call people in Rhode Island Yankees, like they do down here. Everybody was very, very nice. They were lovely.
Within 24 hours, a dream destined hundreds of miles away was made true.
It's just sort of a milestone for us both. I was just happy that I was able to facilitate her achieving that goal, because I just hated for her not to do it.
And while the best of her bucket list is complete, Helen says while it may be the smallest state, it left the biggest impression.
The expression, best for last, that's how I feel about Rhode Island.
Still to come, we'll take a look around the world as some more details come out of the war in Ukraine, including a shocking aerial photo of a bombed-out theater. Stick with us. You're watching Newswatch 12.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Get 2.49% APR for 60 months on Toyota's most popular 2022 models.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
I think RBA is doing an excellent job of preparing the kids for college. My daughter, who's a junior, is going to start college classes, and she could graduate with almost a full associate's degree.
I think the one thing that people should know about RVA is how well-rounded it is with all the extra things that they can do, not only through school, but through student council and National Honor Society.
The teachers are the best, and the students in RVA are really helpful. I think it's a great program.
Quality Homes of Tomahawk now sells modular homes built by Wisconsin Homes. Wisconsin Homes has maintained a tradition of building some of the finest homes on the market. Quality Homes also has a large selection of new manufactured and mobile homes. New homes are available for immediate delivery and set up anywhere in Wisconsin. Whether buying your first home or a cabin getaway, Quality Homes has the experience and expertise to make your dreams reality. Visit them today at qualitymh.com.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Get 2.49% APR for 60 months on Toyota's most popular 2022 models.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back. 4 soldiers were killed when a U.S. military aircraft crashed during a NATO military exercise called Cold Response. This is a video of the Marines training for preparing for the Cold Response exercise back on March 5th. The MV-22B Osprey aircraft belonging to the U.S. Marine Corps crashed during the exercise. All 4 soldiers aboard the aircraft died in that crash. A rescue helicopter and a Norwegian military plane searching for the missing aircraft located the wreckage. However, poor weather conditions made it impossible for the rescue. According to reports, the Osprey aircraft was expected to land Friday evening local time, but doing so as weather conditions were poor and getting worse. The Prime Minister of Norway confirmed the deaths and expressed his deepest condolences in a tweet early this morning. Russia is keeping up its unprovoked assault on Ukraine. Civilians are bearing the brunt of the attacks as Russia widens its offensive across the country. NBC's Molly Hunter has more from Lviv, Ukraine.
Overnight in Lviv around 1 a.m., a lot of us here, part of the NBC team at this hotel and a different hotel across town, heard a series of very loud booms around 1 a.m. We do not know what that was, whether it was incoming, whether it was outgoing. We haven't gotten any information about that from Ukrainian officials. Later in the morning, there was an additional air raid siren, and actually right now, as I'm speaking, we're technically in the middle of an air raid siren, and I just want to have my photographer zoom in so you can get a sense of the atmosphere of the city. People are not in bomb shelters. People are not hunkered down. People are not scared. There are tens of thousands of people out here enjoying, a weekend walk with their family. And we do know in this western city that has been the safe haven that the city's hosting hundreds of thousands of additional people who have fled the violence of the east and the southeast. And some of them, many of them, of course, will want to move on to Poland, to the rest of Europe. We know that 3 million people, according to the UN, have left the country. According to the UN, we know that 6.5 million people are internally displaced. Now, many of those people in the center of the country, but this is the destination. This is where people want to get to because it feels safer. Now, after the last couple of days, yesterday there was an airport repair plant that was directly next to the airport that was hit. It's about 4.5 miles from here. Several days ago, a military base about 20 miles away from here was hit. So as those attacks get closer and closer, the risk calculation, the security calculation for both residents and for the newest arrivals debating whether they should stay or whether they should go is going to start changing. Molly Hunter, NBC News, Lviv.
Pope Francis visited 19 Ukrainian refugee children in Rome on Saturday afternoon. The children are currently under medical care, according to a Vatican press director's statement. The young patients fled Ukraine during the first few days of the war, which broke out on February 24th, and are receiving treatments for diseases, as well as severe injuries from blasts, the Vatican said. The Pope stopped in rooms and visited all the little ones present before returning to the Vatican. According to the Vatican, 50 Ukrainian refugee children have passed through the Rome hospital since the conflict broke out. A new satellite image shows the state of the destruction in a theater in Mariupol when it was bombed 3 days ago. An image taken Saturday by the Maxar satellite imagery provider shows about 2/3 of the building completely destroyed, with just the western facade still standing. Still clearly visible in the picture is the Russian word for children, painted in large letters on the ground in front of the entrance. The theater was being used as a shelter, as well as the city's main humanitarian assembly. Estimates of the number of people inside at the time of the attack range from 800 to 1,300. Earlier reports from the morning after the strike suggested the building's bomb shelter had survived, but reports of efforts to rescue survivors have been hard to come by. Now, coming up after this break, we'll have one more final look at weather with Conrad. Stick with us.
Gotta get this 4 strips of crispy bacon and rich melty cheese, and 2 juicy charbroiled patties. Of course, no meeting can compete with this meat. Give in to the new Double Bacon Beast Burger at Hardee's and feed your happy.
Hey, you guys remember when we went on this trip?
Yeah. Remember, Daddy, when you helped that nice lady across the street? Remember when you blew up those balloon animals for that little kid's birthday party?
That's how it's done.
Remember when you helped fix the neighbor's satellite dish?
Move to the right.
You think you can help people fight back against insurance companies?
Yes, I can.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of industry-leading Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Take advantage of exceptional financing offers from your local Cub Cadet dealer today.
Stop by your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer, Foreman's Farm Home, today.
Port's backed up. Late deliveries, nothing in stock. Not at Furniture and Mattress USA. All recliners, reclining sofas, and love seats on sale at least 21% off. Mattresses from $97 and the staff to get you the furniture you need when you need it. Don't order it, take it with you, or have it delivered. Get the furniture you want now at Furniture and Mattress USA on Highway 45 in Anago. Find your next car at Bruns & Sons Auto in Plover. With over 100 vehicles in stock, Bruns & Sons Auto has the biggest selection of used vehicles in Portage County. With a super friendly staff, most deals are done within an hour. Winter is here, so get your car ready for the cold at Bruns & Sons Auto, featuring a full service department with techs on hand to get you on the move. Visit Bruns & Sons Auto today. We would love to earn your business.
With crispy bacon and fluffy eggs and melty cheese. Whoa, Beast Mode doesn't have to stop for breakfast. Give in to the new Bacon Beast breakfast menu at Hardee's and feed your happy.
Grow new ideas for your farm at the WPS Farm Show, March 29th through the 31st at the EAA grounds in Oshkosh.
We had some warm temperatures out there earlier today. Right now it's starting to cool off just a little bit, some 30s out there, but temperatures will be dropping below freezing, so more refreezing will be continuing. Not much on the radar, just a little bit of clouds here and there, but that low pressure system that was actually sticking around in Green Bay, Milwaukee area has moved on out in Michigan right now. So we are in the clear, but our 7-day forecast does show warm 50s by our spring tomorrow, and then cooling off with some more snow by Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah, well, hopefully tomorrow I will be able to enjoy it, and then, I can stay inside for the next couple of days after that, right?
Exactly.
Well, that does it for us. Saturday Night Live is up next. Have a great night.